So Brie Larson is making headlines again for a couple of reasons, and well, those two reasons can be boiled down to one thing. The media, they need to protect their best girl. Now, one of those reasons is absolutely hilarious. I mean, I've been laughing over this because the media, they feel like they have to protect Brie. They have to tell you why she's valuable. The other reason is absolutely cringy, and it showcases the lengths to which these people want to defend Brie Larson. They want to defend their buzzwords and on, and yeah, it doesn't work. So hey there. So what we're going to be covering today, twofold. Number one, I'm sure you remember the cringy part I'm going to talk about here, and that is Brie Larson can't smile. You know, there were comments about her being cardboard. There was some follow-up where, ooh, look at her trying to own people. Well, Marvel has tried to get in that game now. They decided to put out a couple of panels. Those panels there, they're supposed to own you. Get wrecked, get wrecked. So these panels are from Avengers 29, and they deal with Captain Marvel versus Herald of Galactus. We're talking about Fire-Lord here. I'll read this for you. Like a gar. Stand down, Avenger. You are outside your depth here. And your heat tolerance. Sure thing. Like, why don't you tell me to smile more while you're at it, like Fire-Lord? Actually, that wouldn't be such a bad bah, and she punches him, and boom, he goes flying out there. So, basically, this is a call for violence against people that, you know, they don't agree with Brie Larson being a good casting choice. Way to go out. Way to say that consumers matter. Now, the real punch in the face, though, I think comes from the numbers that these comic books sell. And while we don't have the newest numbers for this exact one, here are the numbers for this comic book. And remember that these, they go to retailers. If you look at the real numbers behind that, you're talking about 40 to 50% of that selling. So yeah, Captain Marvel, even with $1 billion enterprise, he can only sell about 50,000 units, and then from that, sell maybe 20 to 25 to people. Wrecked indeed. Now, the second is a callback of sorts, and also a follow-up dealing with a petition that you might recognize. Now, the media is not thrilled by this petition because it demands that Captain Marvel be played by a person with diversity, not Brie Larson, and well, they just don't like the idea of that at all. If you haven't seen this petition by now, well, this is a joke, but in current year, the media, they can't tell the real thing from a gaffe. Demand Captain Marvel is played by a woman of color, not Brie Larson. And the reason that I know it's fake is because Spike Valentine created it. Recipient, Disney, bravo to you, Spike, bravo. Now this, it's been getting attention not only because of the buzzwords, but also because of the number of supporters. 27,500 and change with a goal of 30,000. So it's almost there. Now if you haven't read this too, it utilizes buzzwords really well. We need Brie Larson to step down from a role to prove she is an ally of social justice and ensure you see identity noted with woman of color play the role. Let Monica, the original female and black Captain Marvel, instead of a whitewashing characters for the benefit of the straight white men running Disney. I like the we thrown in there. I like the ally of social justice. I like how they threw in the straight white men running Disney. All of those things, they sound like something you would find there. Again, you can't tell the parody from the real thing. You also have this thrown in that she hasn't donated any money to any charity other than the Motion Picture and the Television Fund Foundation, and it's time for her to show she is not all talk. Users are from all over the world, too. I mean, when you're talking diversity, how can you get any more diverse than this? Portugal, Spain, Romania, Indonesia, Denmark, India, all over the globe. You have statements like this, too. She cannot be part of the MCU and play Star Wars. We hate her. Everything of her is terrible. If you don't listen to us, you will suffer at the box office drop. Dun-dun-dun. Gonna lose that monies. Not fit for the role. Horrible role model. Much better options out there. She's not suitable for the role. She's not a great role model. And this stuff, I mean, it just keeps coming in. Now, funny enough, the buzzword spouting media, they have been in damage control with articles like this. Fans want a woman of color to replace Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and they should have in the title the caveat, but I don't want that because. And there because, well, the main reason to disagree with this petition has nothing to do with race and everything to do with Brie Larson. She has been a fantastic ambassador for women both in and out of Hollywood, and as someone who has a little girl on the way later this year, I for one am glad my future daughter will be growing up with role models like Brie and strong female characters such as Captain Marvel. There's no disagreement that women of color need to be better represented in Hollywood and indeed Marvel movies, but removing Brie Larson from the role, now that would be tragic, wouldn't you agree? So basically, I'm a fan, therefore I throw all my buzzwords out the window. Funny how that works, huh? Now again, all of that's a joke. I do not agree with the idea for the petition. I don't agree with any of that, period. I just find the hypocrisy to it fascinating. That's all laughable. It's all cringy, and it's all good times in current year. But anyway, you tell me what you think when you see the media have to actually eat its own words. It's good stuff, isn't it? Good stuff indeed. Closing this, I want to thank you for showing up and thank you for participating. If you'd like to help out, sub to the channel, share videos, you know the drill by now. I appreciate your time too. I don't want to monopolize it, so I won't take up any more of it except to say thank you. I do appreciate you showing up, and well, we'll be doing this again soon.